Okay, I'm just going to go through what we're doing today. So it's a bodyweight class. We're going to go through some squat and lunge variations. And I think we've only got 2 cardio style movements. But I want the focus of today's session to just really be on you yourself, feeling where your feet are connecting with the floor at your movements, and what muscles you can feel yourself working. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the muscles that we typically think should be worked. I want you to try and understand a little bit about where you're feeling it in your body, because we're all different and we're all going to feel things differently. It also, I find that it's kind of like that makes it a lot more meditative when you can connect a little bit more to your body and how it's moving, and can also really help you like get that like a meaningful connection with your body. So it goes a little bit beyond just moving. Now we're concentrating on what we can feel and have. I hope that will make sense. Right. Before I start the clock, first movement is our forward lunge with our lateral overhead stretch. And again, with that lunge, it can literally just be a step forward, going as deep as feels comfortable. Oh, it's weird about the music, isn't it? I'm so used to it now. But that's another thing, put your own music on. So for the people who wasn't here in the live class, I keep getting copyright notifications on YouTube. So I thought the best thing to do was to not have any music, and then you can all work out with your own tunes on in the background. So with this one, we're thinking about getting that stretch laterally through the body. And we're still doing a lunge, so we're getting some movement through the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Breathing as we go. And rest. Okay, then we're going to take it into reverse lunge with a nice overhead stretch. So from the side. Again, it can just be a step back, doesn't have to be a full lunge. But we're going to be doing a little bit of an overhead stretch, overhead squat, sorry, with the arms up. So really think about pulling those arms back as far beyond your ears as you can. Get some movement through those shoulders. Loosen everything up. Whew. Oh, no music, you're just going to have to listen to me rambling on as usual. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, deep breath. We're going to come forward again, opposite hand down towards the opposite foot. But of course, just to the knee. It doesn't have to be as low as the foot. But we're thinking about coming forward, getting a stretch through the back. I always feel this one as well through my glutes and hamstrings as I take that reach forward. So still we're working on warming up those joints, ankles and the knees. 10 seconds. Almost there. And rest. Okay, team, back to reverse now. But we're going to do it with a rotation. So if we step back left, rotate right. Then alternate. Take your time with this one. It is one that does throw us off balance, or has the potential to. So just get into that lunge and rotate. Get some movement now through the torso. Don't worry if you wobble a little bit. I always do. I always tend to be a little bit more wobbly when I'm tired as well. which is normally on a Thursday, long day, and rest. Okay, last one in the warm-up, side to side squats. We have got squats in the main workout, so don't want you to give me full intensity, just nice and moderate. Go into the depth, it feels comfortable for now. Warming up those knees and hips again. It takes me a few rounds before my knees stop crackling. That's good, team. We have got 10 seconds. Oh, and rest. Okay, grab a drink. I'm just going to open my window. I'm warm, and that was just the warm up. Okay. So first round, we have got a overhead squat, but obviously we haven't got a barbell. So we're just going to do the hand portion. And this is what I was talking about needing that little bit of mobility. So, but first I want you to feel the difference of a normal squat, then do ones with your arms up, and what you should feel is a little bit more in your core, keeping those arms up nice and high. And like so, eventually you could probably get lower with a squat like this overhead. But you might find that to begin with, you can't get quite as low, but that's fine. Keep those arms up nice and tall and think about using the core to push yourself back up through the squat. And you can obviously at any point just revert to a normal squat, dropping those arms by your side. Oh, second one is reverse lunges, but I'll tell you when. We're practicing that squat where we aim to just get a little bit lower, using our core to bring us back to the top position. When you get to the bottom, we squeeze the glutes and the quads and we push back up, distributing the weight through the whole foot. And it's that core strength that keeps us upright. And rest. Not just core strength, that would be the hip and the knee mobility as well. But anyway, so to begin with, reverse lunge, we'll go right leg. And we're just going to stay on that right leg to begin with. Deep breaths here. So on this one, take it slow. Think about the quality of that lunge, more so than rushing through the movement. Feel how your foot connects to the floor, how your knee follows. What muscles you can feel primarily working. For me, it's my quad, and I can feel it in my hips there. We have got 10 seconds. Rest. 20 seconds breath. Then we're going back, arms up. Yeah, so with more hip mobility, we can get lower. But it's quite normal to begin with that we end up tipping forward. But don't worry, that comes with practice and time. There's no such thing as perfect form, as we know. And you find that your form changes from workout to workout, depending on how you're feeling on the day, what you did the day before, how much sleep you've had. So many factors. Whew. Last few seconds. and rest. Oh, take a breath. So you see with the squat, like so we still did a body weight squat, but we added those levers up. Without adding any weight, it makes it a little bit harder. Okay, getting ready to go back on the left leg. And go. Again, taking your time, thinking where that foot connects to the floor. Bring your knee down as far as feels comfortable. What muscles you can feel working. At what point can you feel your heart rate raising? Nice to be aware of these things. Last few seconds. And rest. Okay, first circuit done. Grab a drink, take a breather. Whew. So without the music, you can all hear my heavy breathing now, can't you? I'm gonna have to find some non-copyrighted music. Right, so we've got another variation of a lunge. We've got a curtsy lunge, which gives us a little bit more movement through our ankle and also through the middle of the glute and the side of the hip. Then we're going to travel over into a kind of single leg bend. I don't even want to call it a squat because I can't squat very low. I literally want you to just bend that leg, lift the foot off the floor just as far as feels good. Or you can do it with your toes on the floor and do it as a staggered stance. Then the second one, we're going to do cardio interval. So 3 fast feet and a high knee pause. Okay, so curtsy lunge, we're going to start with left leg behind right. Take the left leg behind the right leg, then step over to the left leg, doing your single leg bend, or with your staggered bend. Good to work unilaterally as well. Get those stabilizing muscles working. As you can see with the wobbles. 10 seconds, and put a bit more tension through the quads and knees there. And rest. Okay, cardio interval, 20 seconds breather. So 3 little fast feet with a high knee pause. You control the intensity. If you want it a bit more intense, go quicker. Okay, get ready. And remember, you can take it down a notch by doing step. 3 step touches and a knee raise. And again, same with the cardio intervals. Think about where your feet are landing. See if you can be light on your toes. You feel your heart rate increasing. And rest. A few deep breaths, then we're going back to our curtsy lunges. And then we'll go in right leg behind left. Stepping over onto the right leg for your single leg bend. Getting ready to and go. See, I sometimes don't realise how much my heart rate is going until the break. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm struggling to get my words out here. I don't know about where you've noticed a single leg bend. I tend to feel this one on the outside of my hip as well. I think it's as my body compensates with the balance. Whew. Okay, back to our cardio interval. So we're either doing step or fast feet. If you want to bring the heart rate up a little bit, then go a little bit quicker. Getting ready. And go. Making sure that you're breathing throughout. That helps. Get enough oxygen to support what we're doing. Nice and low on those feet. 10 seconds. And rest. Have a breather. That's why in the breath, I always like try and focus on get a deep breath in. Because we do sometimes end up breathing quite shallow when we're working out. So when we can, we want to try and get a big belly breath and get some oxygen flowing. Okay. So next round, we've got tempo squats because I wanted to show you how you can use a squat as a bit of cardio. So this is the one where we go down in 2 stages. Arms out for balance, and it will be 1, 2, and then up for 2. And you'll exaggerate each phase, so it's a slow pause. And because we're putting tension through the muscles, it will increase our heart rate. So rest at any point, or just switch to just normal body weight squats if you need to. Then we're going from there onto the floor to push-ups, normal regular push-ups, box on your knees, or stand up and do wall press. So you haven't got to go to the floor, you've got the option to do floor press. Okay, tempo squats, 2 phases, arms out for balance. 1, 2, 1, 2. Taking your time, pausing in each phase. So we're creating tension through those muscles. Woo! Keep that going. We're almost there. 10 seconds. And rest. Okay. Then on the floor if you're doing push-ups on the floor. If not, on your wall. Doing your wall press. Do you know, it's been ages since I actually did push-ups. Okay, get ready to. Whew. Don't forget, just do as many as feels good. Rest when you need to. I can't even see the clock. Almost there, I think. Feels like we should be. Oh, and rest. Oh, back up tempo squats. Is it just me? Does this feel even more? Does this feel harder without the music or what? I feel like the music sometimes is a distraction. Okay, ready? Back to tempo squats. Nice and slow. Again, thinking about where you feel on the way down versus on the way up. So on my way up, I can feel it more through my hamstrings and my glutes. On the way down, feel it through my ankles, my knees and my quads. And there's no special reason for this, by the way. It's just to make you more aware of your own body and what your muscles are up to. Okay, back to the floor. And for me, I just found it a really good way to have a more meaningful relationship with my body, I suppose, when I could feel the things that it was doing. Okay, go. So concentrate on bringing your chest down towards the floor first. Want to keep those elbows tucked in a little bit, just so they don't flare out. Woo. Bit of a tricep burner. Okay. 10 seconds. Woo. And rest. Okay. Have a breather. So we've got core on the floor to finish. Got elbow plank. Again, literally just hold your plank for as long as you can, even if it's just a few seconds at a time. Dropping your knees down when you need to, going back in position when it feels good. And then we're going to do bird dogs, and then finish with a dead bug. So 3 exercises I'll demonstrate as we go, but you all know what your plank is. So elbows or hands, actually, whichever one feels more comfortable. Just hold it for as long as feels good. Dropping the knees to the floor if you need to. Squeeze the quads. Squeeze the glutes. Bring that belly button into the spine. Keep breathing. I can't count us down because I can't see the clock. Woo! Ah, keep going, team. We've got to be there. That was the longest 40 seconds ever. So bird dog, opposite hand, opposite leg. And we'll stay on that side first. So right hand, left leg. Getting ready. So try and get a full extension. Squeeze that glute at the top. Little crunch with the core as we come in. That's good, team. We're almost there. Oh, I can feel this in my shoulders after those press ups. 10 seconds. And rest. Same again on the other side. Left arm, right arm, left leg. I forgot. Just change whatever side you was doing. Left arm, right leg, I think. Doesn't take much to confuse me. Yeah, that's right, because it was hurting my left arm. Whew. Again, that full extension if you can. A little crunch in the middle. Hello, left glute. Ooh, I'm wobbling all over the place for this one. Last few seconds. And rest. Last one, team, dead bug. So we can relax on our back a little. Arms and knees up. opposite hand, opposite leg. And go. The arm's not moving, try and keep it still. And that leg, that's the harder part. Woohoo! It wants to do what the other one is doing. I feel like my vertigo has improved as well. Okay, a little improvement there. I wasn't able to put my head flat on the floor for quite a while. And rest. Okay, let me get up slowly. Don't want to set it off now. Okay, hello. Well done team, we're going to stay on the floor for our stretch. While we're here, may as well. Take a deep breath. Open those legs just as wide as feels comfortable. Literally, you just want to get it to the point where you can feel a slight pull down in the thigh. Wherever that is for you. Take your hand over to your right foot, bring the left arm over. Few deep breaths. Right, on your next breath in, as you inhale, change sides. Few deep breaths on this side. Oh, this feels nice down your obliques. And back to the front. You know, you've been sitting down on a desk all day. It's so good to stretch off that lower back. So now we're going to walk the hands forward again, just to the point that feels comfortable, okay? It doesn't matter even if it's just there, just lean forward into it a little bit, just so you can feel that stretch down the hamstrings and the inner thighs. Few deep breaths. And then a good tip to get a bit of a better stretch, but without having to go any more forward, is to lower the elbows down towards the floor. So your forearms are parallel to the floor. I feel like I could actually stretch properly with that movement, more so than having to go forward. And back to the top. Okay, bringing your legs in. We'll take the right hand next to the right thigh, left hand over the right thigh, and just have a look over your shoulder. Deep breath, team. And change sides. I think now is the de-stress point where we really get some deep breath in. No, I keep going to say it every week, but I'm pretty sure it's the parasympathetic system that is affected by deep breathing. But I'm going to have to look into that, don't quote me. But I think it's what helps us to relax and de-stress. Okay, so from the front, 2 fingertips together, just lean over to the left, keeping the glutes on the floor, and change it to the right, get that stretch, the other side of the body. Back to the centre. I'm going to take one last deep breath in. All the way to the top. And exhale. And rest. Thank you for joining me. I hope that was okay.